Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us for the weekly weather briefing for the week of February 22nd, 2016. This is meteorologist John Fox with your weekly weather briefing. Let's look at the weather for the week ahead. We are looking for today through Friday. Dry weather is expected with plenty of sunshine across the region. Temperatures will warm to unseasonably mild levels, but by the time we get to the weekend and into early next week, we will see a chance of rain and high elevation snow return to the forecast. Precipitation amounts with these systems will be fairly light. The temperatures could cool slightly, especially over the mountains, with the second system expected to affect us for the tail end of the weekend into early next week. So looking at the weather pattern, which will bring us the weather for the week, we're looking at a very large ridge of high pressure parked right off the Pacific Northwest coast right now. And that ridge is expected to migrate slowly eastward each day. By the time it gets to Friday, it should be right along the Washington-Idaho border. With the ridge slowly moving overhead and strengthening, what that means is we'll see a dry week ahead with warming temperatures each day. We'll also see a chance of some late night and morning fog, but most locations should see plenty of sunshine through the week. By the time we get to the weekend into early next week, that ridge begins to deflate a little bit as two upper-level systems move through. The first one's expected to move through Saturday, bringing a widespread threat of light precipitation to the area. Snow level should be about 5,000 feet or higher. The second system moves through late Sunday into Monday. This one will have slightly lower snow levels, but once again, heavy precipitation amounts are not expected at this time. Taking a look at the 7-day outlook, starting with Spokane, we're looking at plenty of sunshine at least through Friday. Temperatures warming each day. By the time we get to Friday, temperatures will be in the middle 50s, which we typically expect to see in early April. Again, there's that chance of precipitation for the weekend. For the Lewiston area, chance of rain mainly on Saturday there, but temperatures there as well warming through the week, peaking around 60 degrees on Friday. Again, this is typically what we would see by early April, so very warm in the Lewiston area. And in the Wenatchee area, we'll also see slowly warming temperatures, hitting the mid-50s by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is what you can expect to see typically in the Wenatchee area around mid-March, and there's that small chance of precipitation for Saturday and Sunday. So that's it for the weekly weather ahead. Now a quick review of the weather we've experienced so far this month. On the left, we're looking at temperatures, and all these oranges to dark oranges indicate where we've seen temperatures above normal or warmer than normal for this month. Some locations have seen temperatures as anywhere from 6 to 9 degrees above normal, especially in Kootenai County near the Coeur d'Alene area. We've seen those temperatures much warmer than normal. Also with that, as far as precipitation goes, most locations have been near normal. The green areas indicate near normal to slightly wetter than normal. Here over central Idaho, quite a bit warmer than normal. But across most of the Columbia Basin and in the lee of the Cascade, precipitation amounts have actually been less than normal. However, when you take those warmer than normal conditions or temperatures, what you can expect to see is melting snow, and this month certainly has been no exception. The image on the left shows how much snow was on the ground on the first day of the month, and all these areas shaded in white or purples and blues indicate where we had snow cover. So generally everywhere north of a line from Moses Lake to Spokane to Coeur d'Alene had a good amount of snow on the ground on the first day of the month. However, since that time, over the past 3 weeks, you see that most of that white coloring has disappeared, indicating that the low-level snowpack has disappeared or melted. The only locations we're still seeing low-level snowpack was over the Waterville Plateau, Okanagan Valley, here in the Methow Valley, and also here in the Republic area as well. So we did take a good chunk out of that low-level snowpack. As a result, we look at the river levels today, and we're seeing many locations seeing higher than normal conditions on the rivers for this time of year. All these areas in blue, or all these blue dots, indicate where the river levels were at the 90th percentile or higher, and these two black spots indicate where the river levels were the highest they've been recorded on this date since those hydrographs or hydrometers have been installed. So obviously the rivers are pretty high for this time of year. So with that low-level snowpack gone, you might wonder, well, what's left of the mid and upper-level snowpack? And the news is actually still pretty good. Here's a look at the snowpack back in 2015, and as you recall, there was not much snowpack at all over most of the inland Northwest. Here in the Cascades, some locations had anywhere from 10 to 30% of the snow water equivalent, or the amount of water in the snow. So the snowpack was very meager last year at this time. However, advanced 1 year, and the story's completely different. We still maintain very good snow water equivalent amounts in most of the locations of the inland Northwest. The areas shaded in green are right around normal, whereas the areas shaded in blue, north central Washington and near the Cascades, were the areas where we're seeing the most snow water equivalent at this point. And recall, this is where we saw the bulk of the fires last season. So that's good news as far as the current snow water equivalent as of today. So what happens by the time we advance into the last day of February into early March? Well, it looks like the warmer than normal conditions are expected to continue. You see a big bullseye of warmer than normal conditions across all the Pacific Northwest. And as far as precipitation amounts go, we're looking at near normal conditions, but perhaps slightly drier than normal conditions over the North Idaho Panhandle. So again, that was the weather in a nutshell for the week ahead. To get your latest forecast, please go to our webpage at www.weather.gov/Spokane. Thank you for joining us this week, and we hope you have a great week ahead.